Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by the head boys basketball coach at South Lyon. That is Jeff Schmitz. Welcome back to the show, Jeff.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Casey. It's good to be back.
Another season of South Lyon boys basketball is upon us, and literally starts up next week after the Thanksgiving break, and just kind of talk about practices, how they've been going so far, and what can we expect out of you guys this year?
Yeah, we're really excited to be back in the gym. We've got a good group of guys this year, and they've been working hard from the first day of tryouts. And we had our first round of scrimmages last Saturday. It's going to be tough. We got 14 guys on the team this year, and we're giving every player an opportunity to kind of carve out a role. And we said after the scrimmages on Saturday, we played everybody pretty even, and they're making mine and the rest of my coaching staff's jobs really, really hard right now in terms of kind of working down and hammering out a lineup for Tuesday night, because it's crazy that we're only 6 days away from opening night here in Michigan.
Yeah, for sure. So let's talk about some of the guys that are going to be some of the names to watch out for your team this year.
Yeah, a couple guys that had really good summers for us that we're really looking for some big things out of this year are we got junior forward Graham Braun,
Yeah.
6'7". He's 6'7", but he's really worked on his game in terms of his handle, and he's got the confidence to be able to grab a rebound and push in transition, which really fuels into how we want to play. And then he's very strong down low, kind of asserts his will down there. So we're looking for some big things from him, as well as from a leadership role from him. He's grown a lot in terms of that aspect of the game as well. Another player we're really going to be counting on this year is senior guard Evan McRoberts. Once again, had a really good offseason for us, really kind of added things to his game that we think are going to make him really successful. Last year, his biggest strength was probably just catch and shoot threes, but now he's really being aggressive, attacking the rim, getting downhill, playing with control once he gets down inside the paint. So both of those guys, and we're gonna expect a lot of things the way we want to play. We're not going to have one or two guys averaging 20, 25 points a night. We're going to expect a lot of big things from a lot of our guys, but those two specifically have had really good off seasons heading into this year.
Yeah. So really kind of looking at what the conference is. I know you learned a lot in year one. Now that you're in year two, I know it was the league was much different when you played at South Lyon.
Yes.
But now that you know what the conference is like, and just how tough it is, what's this league going to be like? Because from what from talking with some of the other coaches in the league, it's going to be another good year again.
Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about the Lakes Valley, it's a dogfight every night. It doesn't matter if you're playing a team that's got one win in the conference or a team that's got one loss in the conference. It's if you don't show up and take care of business, you're gonna get run out of a gym. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be competitive. I don't expect any easy nights. I expect a lot of tough, competitive, close games that are gonna really test our mental toughness as we work through a long season.
Yeah, for sure. It's of course, and of course, going into the non-conference slate of the schedule literally starts next Tuesday when Livonia Franklin comes to town.
Yeah, so we open up with Livonia Franklin at home on Tuesday. They got us pretty good last year. We played at their place, and they kind of ran us out of the gym. So we're looking for a little bit of payback. But it's one of those things that with the non-conference, we've got a couple teams early that are going to challenge us. I think Franklin's going to be tough, and then that Friday we go out to Novi. Later on in the season, we've got Livonia Stevenson, which will be fun, as well as we're playing in a couple holiday games. We're going to play down at Airport Carlton against Monroe, and then we're going to play at North Farmington against Northville in their holiday extravaganza. And then our last non-conference game, we're going to welcome West Bloomfield out to South Lyon, or I'm sorry, not West Bloomfield, Bloomfield Hills out to South Lyon on January 15th, I believe. They're going to come in, or December 15th, 15th, something like that. But we're excited, man. It's always fun to bring in teams that you don't see very often. And Bloomfield Hills will be that. It's not a team we play very often. Northville, we've got some time with it when we were both in the KLAA, and they're kind of next door neighbors. But we're looking forward to it.
Yeah. Okay, so I've gotten, obviously obviously this season, one big change is going to affect everybody on the with the no one-on-one fouls anymore. Gotten a lot of interesting takes on it from just different coaches from the boys' side and the girls' side. What's your take on all that?
Yeah, I think teams that really put an emphasis on where that foul count is, I think can really benefit from it. I think it's one of the biggest missed opportunities in terms of the game of basketball in general is, when you get a team in foul trouble and they get close to the bonus, continuing to hammer and be aggressive offensively. I think there's a lot of times that we miss out on opportunities to get to the free throw line. So I think this is just going to put a bigger emphasis on that. And, with the way, every game is officiated a little bit differently, I don't know if it's really going to necessarily impact the amount of free throws taken over a season. But I think from game to game, if you can get a team into that bonus area and continue to attack them, it's going to be huge shooting 2 free throws every time versus a 1-and-1.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be interesting to see how all that plays out. Okay, so going into these next few days, of course, with the Thanksgiving holiday upon us, what's this weekend going to look like for you guys heading
So
into?
we are actually out at Livonia Stevenson tonight on Wednesday to do some scrimmages out there. That'll be our second round of scrimmages. And then we're going to give our boys a couple days off, and we'll be back in the gym Sunday, Monday to get ready for our opener on Tuesday.
All righty, sounds good.
So we think it's important to give our boys a little bit of time with their families over the holidays. So we're going to give them a couple days to kind of go spend that time, and then we'll be back getting ready.
All righty. Jeff Schmitz, the head boys basketball coach at South Lyon. Thanks for the time as always. We'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate it, Casey. Thank you.